Hello, this week I'm going to talk to you about respecting our elders and getting our elders to respect us too. My mother's 94. My mother has dementia. My mother's in a home. In these times, I'm now only able to talk to her through a window. It's difficult to communicate with someone with dementia as it is without a closed window and a telephone in the way as well. But when I see her, I see my mother, because I'm no longer her carer. When I was a carer for her, I felt frustration, impatience. There was a very different dynamic in our relationship. And so many of my clients experience this. As we get older and our parents get older, everything shifts, everything changes. We become the parent, they become the child, effectively. And that's okay. That's good, in fact, that you feel moved to care for your parents. But one thing that gets lost is respect. Both ways. Both ways. They talk to you like you're the child, and you talk to them like they're the child. And then we end up butting heads, and there's a constant source of conflict. So what I always ask my clients to do is to start to remove their expectations. They have generally grown with an expectation that their parents should and would be proud of them for whatever it is they're doing. There needs to come a time in their life where, as an adult, you don't need that validation from anyone other than yourself. So if you don't get it, you don't feel resentment. If you remove the expectation of validation, then you also remove the disappointment of not getting it. Very often they are scared. They are losing their faculties, they're losing their abilities, their physical abilities are deteriorating, they're frightened for their future. They can also feel very resentful towards you because you're at a time in your life where you're full of vigour and energy and strength. And very often, if you're middle-aged like me, you're free of children. So the resentment comes up in them because they're human. And they think you don't know how they feel. And that's because you don't. You've forgotten. You've forgotten that they've moved through and have become someone else. They've moved into a new chapter, just as you have, and they've forgotten. More than anything, at this point, if you are here at this point with your parent, or if you're the parent and you're here at this point with your child, and this can happen when you're in your 40s and 50s and you've got teenagers and kids in their early 20s, the air needs to be cleared. There needs to be a conversation. There needs to be a communication that allows both of you to tell you what you need from each other. There needs to be a mutual agreement for respect. If your parent is suffering from dementia and you're the carer, then you need to understand that that respect will not always be there because they will not always be there. And you need to forgive that ahead of it happening. So if you're struggling with any of this and you're in a toxic relationship that you don't seem to be able to talk your way out of, that you can't cope with, it could be something from your past that is holding you back. In which case, I can help. 3 sessions, 2 weeks, 1 brave message. Bye for now.